Good morning, Destiny. Short one today, short one for a long problem. Just enjoying some cookies and tea this morning, and I thought I'd just quickly deal with my exotics, which is one of those things that I often think I'm going to do and often don't succeed. So if we jump into dim, you can see I'm actually using the organizer here. I find for this particular activity, organizer is better than inventory. The search bar works the same. So the thing that I'm looking at is exotic, is : dupe. And these are you shouldn't have any in your weapons, except maybe, like I do, a couple of dead man's tails. I've got 16 duplicate exotics on my hunter. Do I really need them? Let's find out. So we're going to start off with, legs, because I don't even use the Gemini Jest that much. I've got two here. I'm looking at them. This one is tagged already as infuse, and I feel like this is just a no-brainer. Let's have a quick look at why I may have made that decision. So, in terms of mobility, this one is lower. High resilience, but only by 5. Much lower recovery. 2 recovery is going to make anything endgame going to be really difficult, even if it's just one piece of armor. Everything is pretty much lower except Punchy McPunch. Not that first. Lower total, and my custom total low as well. So, yep, definitely going to put this onto my... I'm actually going to store it on my Warlock, because you can deal with these kind of things actually in different characters. I don't know if people knew that, but you can infuse and deal with some of your armor. You know, I'm on my Warlock here. I'm quite clearly not a hunter, not with that coat. But I can actually work on these here. So I've got the 63 on the 66 row. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to check this out, and I'm just going to... It's only glimmer. It's happening. It's fine. It's a little bit slow. I'm doing it, and that is one less exotic to worry about in my loadout. I'm going to refresh this by hitting R. We're now down to just the Orpheus rigs. So I'm not sure about Orpheus rigs, because actually, you know, this season Void's had its new build. They're both 66 rolls. This looks great on paper, but low mobility, so I don't know there. It's got higher intellect though, and you know, Orpheus rigs, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about your arrows. Okay, let's hold off on that one. Let's have a look at the chest pieces. Lucky Raspberry. Oh dear. Why do my lucky raspberries drop so high? That's not lucky, because I don't use it. So I've got a 70 roll here, and it's a better roll, I would say, generally, than this randomly punchy roll over here. I can't decide. It's my only 70. Like, I don't want to get rid of it, so let's not think about that. Let's look at Ryu's harness, which, as you can see, I have never taken the energy up. I don't think I've ever used it. That one's a long, long time ago. It's a 61 roll, it's a 59 roll. Yeah, I mean, this is not even one I need to think about that much, because I'm probably not going to use it. Guarding doesn't consume energy, maybe in PvP, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put this one to bed. 1560 roll goes on the 1350. It's an upgrade. Here we go. Again, doing it on my Warlock. Slow. Oh, I put it on the wrong character. Let's try that again. There we go. So 1350 upgraded to that 1560. That's a serious boost, and it's another space in my vault saved. Lucky Raspberry. I'm going to leave those for now. Let's go over to my arms. Okay, so we've got 259 shards of Galena at the bottom here. We've got a double 20 here on... I used to really focus on intellect, but actually I've kind of stopped doing that recently, because you get less benefits at intellect level, and sometimes I'd rather have a grenade, or I'd rather have a knife, or, you know, depending on what I'm talking about. So, super energy for blade barrage hits. So you need to have your super to get your super. So I can see why this will make sense. Also, that's a nice chunk of recovery right there. It's a 68 roll. This is only 63. I'm thinking this one's... I think this one's gone. So I'm going to use a little shortcut here. You can obviously click on the tag item here. There's also a little tool in Organizer where you click here and then you can tag multiple ones. But actually what I often do is click any item and put Shift and then 1 for favourite, 2 for keep, 3 for junk, and 4 for infuse. So I'm actually just going to junk that. It's junk. It's gone. We don't need it anyway. Right. Move that junked one onto, again, the character that I currently have active, because this is my cleanup character. Over it is. Shards gone, 50-59. I mean, it feels like I could maybe infuse something. No, it's gone. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's gone. That little slow progress there. It's almost like reminding me you're deleting something that you're probably going to regret. I'm not going to regret it. You never come back and regret these things unless you've just done it. So what have we got here? Capri Sting. We have the smoke bomb side of things. So obviously, to get a smoke bomb, you're going to need a little bit of punchy punch. And in terms of strength, this is a small difference really. What have we got over on resilience and recovery? I feel like this one actually I'm much less likely to take into any sort of hard content. It's a little bit lower on the mobility, the one above, but you know, I could see some builds coming out of that, and that is one of the things that I do sometimes do. I see whether I've got a build that works for it. So I'm going to push L and lock that. I'm going to unlock that. I'm going to stick it on the correct character. Jump over to Destiny, and it is a goner. There we go. Capri Sting. I mean, it was not 2. I've clearly never used it. And then back into Dim. We are getting there. I mean, this is only my hunter, but bear in mind, my hunter had 22 dupes at the start. It's now down to 8. Mask of Bacchus. So this just dropped the other day. It's a 59 roll. I'll be honest, it's a 59 roll. It's infused. It's gone. I am moving this both over to the Warlock. Jump over to my Warlock and take this 1350 up, because that kind of roll. Just check I'm doing the right one here. Yeah, 59 roll. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So that 1560 over the top. Everyone's a winner. And we are on to our Assassin's Cowl. Difficult choices here. Difficult choices. Neither of them are particularly good, actually. I would say 65 rolls will be higher. 20 recovery versus 15. I think I'd rather have the recovery than the intellect. Bit of punchy. Yeah, I mean, finishes some final blows. I mean, it doesn't really that. I mean, powered melee kills, I suppose. So maybe a bit of punchy. Yep, I'm going to keep this one. So I am locking this bad boy. This is going to confuse my builds. Here's a little interesting thing. So if I click on this and scroll to the right, you'll see this one's in my Voiding Aegis Harvest build. So normally I wouldn't get rid of this. In fact, I'll probably go over and have a look. I'm going to mark this one as a probable delete, but keep it locked. And then I will go over and have a look at that when I'm talking about loadouts later. You'll get to see that hopefully. But you get the idea. We're getting there. I've got 2 Orpheus rigs. I've still got 2 lucky raspberries. Arms clear. 2 Assassin's Cowl. Just a bit of work to do. Ideally, is exotic, is dupe. You want 0 unless they're in specific builds. And some of mine are not, so more work to do here, but getting it down, nearly gone. 18 items is better than the 20 odd that I had at the start, and I'll keep working on it. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, you know what to do. You've seen other people on the YouTube talk about it. You do the thing, and then I smile. And if I get to over 100 subscribers, then I will be changing the channel URL, which is very exciting for me, but you probably don't care. But do it anyway. Brilliant. Thanks. I can see you moving the mouse in the right direction. Yeah, nice one. Cheers.